I'm Cape Jewel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Aquaman-Rebirth issue number 1. What's going on with the King of Atlantis? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Man, really wish I owned an Aquaman shirt for this. If you have Aquaman shirts laying around, please send them to my P.O. box. Once I get a P.O. box. On to the comic. Alrighty then, so as the comic opens up, we can see Arthur Curry, Aquaman, the King of Atlantis, superhero of the Seven Seas, is dealing with an Atlantean terror cell calling themselves the Deluge. And really, wow, that is a great name for an underwater terrorist group. These nasty customers have ensnared several huge sea beasts and have strapped them with a bunch of atom bombs. They plan to steer them right into the middle of Boston Harbor and blow the city sky high. Oh no, not Boston, all the clam chowder will be destroyed, and so will the Havyard. Now, all the way through this story, we're treated to a series of narrations, assumedly from Mira, about how hard it is being Aquaman. Along with defending more square mileage than any other superhero in the DC universe, Arthur must also deal with the pressures of being a king and a leader, the constant non-stop ridicule he gets from people of the surface who believes he's some kind of weirdo who still talks to fish even though he clearly doesn't, and that's even before the fear and paranoia sets in, what with him being Atlantean. I mean, sure, Wonder Woman is a leader to her people too, but the Amazons didn't flood a major metropolitan city. Yes, it seems Aquaman does his best work out at sea where no one can actually see him do it. It's a thankless job, and yet the fact that he carries on and perseveres in light of all of this is all very indicative of the kind of hero and kind of man that he is. But of course, this man would be nothing without the love of a good woman, his queen, his partner, his second half, that of course being Mira. The two sit down at the same seaside diner in which Arthur's father, the lighthouse keeper, had taken him many years ago, and they share a meal together. Even though you get the feeling Mira doesn't quite feel comfortable on the surface still after all this time, and she doesn't like clam chowder even. Yes, I kid you not, they're actually eating clam chowder. That bad Boston impression was kind of foreshadowing. The big reveal, though, as the comic winds down, is that the internal monologue we've been hearing this whole time talking up Aquaman, that wasn't actually Mira. Oh no, it was Black Manta who has been watching Aquaman this whole time. Why? Because he wants to learn everything about him so that when he strikes next, he can finally kill the King of Atlantis once and for all. Aquaman Rebirth number 1 is a comic that I'm ultimately of two minds about. On the one hand, it is the absolutely perfect jumping on point for anyone who has been interested in Aquaman but hasn't read anything before now. Dan Abnett gets you up to speed on pretty much everything you could ever want to know about Aquaman, from his friends, his enemies, what's going on with Spindrift right now, and he does a good job of it. And yet, on the other hand, though, I couldn't help but feel like this issue was just one giant retread in many ways. In fact, Aquaman goes back to the same diner that he went back to in the beginning of the Jeff Johns run from the New 52. And also, too, despite all the growth we had seen Arthur go through in the other arcs leading up to this, as we join this newest story, he's still a man torn between two worlds. He's still a man who faces, a lot of prejudice and a lot of people making fun of him. Very little seems to have changed since the beginning of the New 52. Now, that's not inherently a bad thing. Like I said, if this is the first Aquaman story you're ever going to pick up, then it's a damn good one. But for me, who's read every issue up until now, didn't really blow my mind. That being said, I would still give it a very positive 7 out of 10, and I'm really excited to see what happens next once this newest arc really starts rolling. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer? Or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Jewel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.